Montague's message, August 3, 2014. Veronica, my dear, your work with Andrew Bartzis is proving very successful. It is releasing truth which explains all that has confused and puzzled people for years. I told you that August was the month for revelations. Soon, you will see the full picture. You will know what steps need to be taken in order to remove all that is dark and corrupt. The plans of the cabal have not been successful. They have not been allowed to start World War III. Yes, dear, it is true that battleships have been lifted off planet Earth and placed where they can do no harm. Ships from the US, the UK, Germany, and of course, Israel. They are at a loss as to where their ships have gone. No longer will they be allowed to wage war in their efforts to bring about world domination. I tell you now that no one race will dominate your planet. It will not be allowed. All people on Earth must live in peace. This cannot be altered. It is the plan. There are some ETs supporting governments which have dark intent, but they will not succeed. The divine plan stands. Nothing can change it, and our work on both sides of life will ensure this. Our grateful thanks go out to all those wonderful people who have become what we see as an army of light, who work on the ley lines to ensure that the energy is released. They will have their place in history and will deserve it. They are doing a sterling job. One day, they will see for themselves the importance of their work. Activating the ley lines is the most important work you can do at this time. You are rescuing your planet. What more important job could you do? I am aware how distressed you are, my dear, as you see the slaughter of a noble and peaceful people in Palestine. What does this tell you about those in whom you were asked to place your trust? This is their plan to take over your world. All who keep silent and close their eyes to this slaughter are as guilty as those who drop the bombs. What is being rained down on these poor helpless people is pure evil. Who will support you when they come calling on you? This is a takeover. They want it all, and that includes you. Refuse to be part of it and make clear your feelings. Refuse to assist in the takeover of humanity. Refuse to be a human sacrifice. Do not buy into whatever package of fear they come up with next. The Ebola outbreak was carefully planned. It is intended to create fear, to allow them to remove more of you. Such outbreaks are well planned in advance and timed, so that you take your eyes off what they are doing. The unenlightened fall for it every time. Stop being sheep. Do your research and take responsibility. Such ploys worked in the past, but you are aware of their games now. Many of you have donated to the fund that will help us to set up the centers in your world. These will help you through the difficult times when all that you take for granted today will no longer be available to you. You need to learn to be self-sufficient for a while, until you come together, create free energy, and grow your food, etc. You need to learn to live without the things you take for granted today. This change is coming and you cannot hide from it, for it has already begun. Veronica is finding the right people, who have the knowledge necessary to advise you on all aspects of life in the light. Please assist whenever possible. Wake up to the fact that all that you are told on TV and in the newspapers is designed to keep you asleep and in fear. You are in an us and them situation. 99% are being led by the nose to their destruction by the 1%. How can this be so? TV is their method of control. It draws you in and infects your mind. It controls your every thought and action. It shows you what you need in your life, and what you cannot live without. It blinds you to who you are and what you are capable of. You become one of the herd, all singing from the same hymn sheet. Like a mouse on a wheel, you constantly run but you never get anywhere. When you wake up to who you are, and what you are capable of, you will wonder how so few could have destroyed so much on earth. Some of you are still falling for the lies, thus allowing them to dictate how your world should be run, in the mistaken belief that their puppets have your best interests at heart. But this is not so. It is time to stop being sheep. You were surprised, this week, to find that the Roman Catholic Church is Jewish. The Jesuits are Jewish also. So Jews have been hiding behind different labels for 2,000 years. Ask yourselves what all the wars were about. The simple answer, it is the shedding of blood that is required. The energy of fear in war situations is the oxygen of life to those who control your world. The important thing you need to take on board is that they cannot do it without you. Take back your power. This is your planet. You are on the road to freedom and light. Prepare for it. Think about how you will survive when all the structures that you presently accept as part of your life disappear. You will create new structures, but this will take time and patience. This guidance we hope to provide through our centers. Both sides of life are working together to create a better world for all. We will not abandon you. My dear, try to take time to rest. I ask all of you to send your love and protection to one who is being held by the dark. My love is with you always. Your adoring, Monty. Channeled by Veronica Keen. Please watch the following video. An interview with Andrew Bartzis Part 5. As this contains important information. MontagueKeen.com